Hi, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading for the month of June going into July. Please keep in mind that these messages are general, so they may not apply to you specifically. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Please also keep in mind that these readings can be vice versa. So these scenarios that I described can be acted out within you or within someone else around you. They can also be specific to other areas in your life, such as work life with coworkers, as well as with family and friends. But this is intended to be a love and relationship reading. So this is intended to relate to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Scorpios. So if you have those placements in your chart, this reading is for you. So what I've been getting for you, Scorpio, is that some of you are in this space if you are separated from an ex or a relationship. Some of you are more so focused on yourselves, where you're basically trying to glow up. Like you're basically in this energy of trying to get yourself together, getting your finances in order, your body in order, your mind in order, everything for yourself in order. You're more focused on you. And I feel like that's great. I feel like that is something that is definitely needed for you. I feel like a lot of you have been neglecting yourself for a while. So you're now getting to a space where you're looking after yourself a little bit more. Others of you, I see that you are definitely looking at yourself as being more independent. So looking at yourself or looking at the need to be more independent. I feel like a lot of you feel like you have gotten far by yourself and you are really in the space where you are feeling confident in achieving more, which is great. On the other side of that, for my singles or the ones that have just recently separated or kind of loosely dealing with someone, I feel like a lot of you are kind of going against your natural instinct. Like a lot of you maybe still be scarred. So this is why you have like this more hyper independence energy about yourself, where it's more so coming from a space of hurt and being scarred. So you definitely are getting like this new sense of self, but it's coming from a space of to prove a point either to yourself or to this other person, which I feel like overall it's decent energy for you to definitely focus on yourself and definitely improve yourself. But a part of that energy is coming from a negative space. Me personally, I feel like whatever the motivation is, it doesn't matter. Improvement is always good. I feel like eventually your views of why you're doing things will change. But mostly that's what I'm getting. I feel like a lot of you are definitely working towards making more progress, like steady progress. I feel like a lot of you are definitely having or gaining a lot of momentum when it comes to financial progress and stability. I also see that kids may be the cause, like kids may be a motivation for you. I also see a lot of kids, not just like one or two. Some of you may have only one, but I definitely see that some of you may have more than one child, maybe more than two children. And so you definitely feel like you have to work a little bit harder. As far as the ones that are in committed relationships, I feel that your person doesn't really trust you when it comes to your decisions as far as money. I feel as though when you are a little bit of a risk taker when it comes to money. Again, this doesn't have to be you. This could be the other person. I see you dealing with a Pisces majorly. Pisces, I do also see Gemini, Scorpio, and Cancer and Virgo. So you can have those in your chart, or you could be dealing with one of those signs. But mostly I'm getting that this person does not trust you when it comes to making financial decisions, or vice versa. And they seem to be a bit of a risk taker when it comes to making these decisions. Like they may do things that may seem a bit reckless or so super impulsive. So even if you don't have kids, they just may be very impulsive, like a child. Like, you know, childlike energy is very impulsive. So they might do things that just don't really seem to have any reason or logic to you. So I feel like you're getting a lot of resistance from this person. I feel like they are basically trying to talk you out of it or talk you down, or at least get you to see a different perspective or their point of view. But I feel like you're kind of like set on a vision again, or your person is set on a vision of where they want to do it this way and no other way. I also feel like kids are being used as an excuse to do something or to not do something. So, for example, let's say you are wanting to move and you are telling your person, like, I feel like this will be the best decision for the kids. Like, we need a bigger space. The kids need more room, blah, 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 blah. But the other person is just like, not going for it. They don't think it's a good financial decision. They feel like you need more money or more time. The other person doesn't see where it can be beneficial. So this is what I mean by that, where they are trying to do something that you don't feel comfortable with, or that you feel like you just need a little bit more time to make a decision on. Cancer has something similar where they needed a little bit more time to make a decision. So you may be dealing with a Cancer. Also, I'm also getting that there is a need for cooperation. Maybe you feel like this other person is not cooperating. Maybe this other person is feel like you're not cooperating. Basically, I feel like there is lack of cooperation between you and this person where, because you want two different things and because you're getting resistance, it's like you can't achieve much because this person is not on the same page as you. So it's a lot of frustration behind that. So you're basically just trying to decide whether to just do it with or without this person. So you're trying to justify whether or not to move on or to wait. You're trying to be patient, but I feel like you've also been patient for a very, very, very long time. And you're just, like I said, I feel like at the same time, I feel like it's impulsive, but I also feel like you've been waiting for a while. So I'm kind of getting where the other person, whoever's the one that's like resisting, the other person is just like, look, don't complicate it. They feel like you're making things complicated by overthinking. And I feel like whoever's the one also being resistant, like the other person is not taking no for an answer. Like you are probably telling them, no, I don't want to do this. No, 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 no. And they're just not taking no for an answer. It's just they're standing firm and they don't care about you standing firm in your decision. Like I'm hearing like, do you ever think of me? You or the other person is feeling like, okay, what about what I want? What about what I need? Because like I said earlier, I think someone is using kids as an excuse to do something that may seem reckless to the other person. Because of that, it's just looking like they're being selfish and not considering you, or vice versa. You're not considering them. So your actions may be that you want to do something for your kids, or you want to do something that's risky because in the long run, you feel like it'll be better for your family or for your kids. But the other parent is just like, okay, but what about me? Like, what about what I need, what I want, what I think? And they feel like they're not being heard. I also see something about bringing up past mistakes. So I feel like if this person has tried before, like if you've given this person a little bit of leash to kind of do certain things in the past and it's backfired, or it's kind of left you and your family in a situation, I feel like you're bringing that up, or vice versa. They could be bringing up the past where it's like, well, you don't have a great track record, I guess. A lot of you, like I said, some of you lack cooperation, but I also feel like Scorpios, you're not really asking for help that much either, but it's only mainly because you don't feel like you should have to ask, or you feel like you don't feel like you should have to ask to permission to do something that you deem beneficial. Like you don't feel like you have to ask permission to make a decision that could benefit you and everyone in the household. And I also give like this live life type of energy, like a YOLO type of energy, where maybe the person who is trying to do this impulsive thing is kind of like trying to get you to look at it as like, look, shit happens, but you can't be scared. You got to just do it and not think about it and not overthink. Just do it and just take the chance. To the person that is resisting, the one that is trying to act, they just look selfish. And I really feel like it's not purely about the kids. I do feel like it's kind of also about themselves, but at the same time, I really feel like it's more about themselves, because I feel like financially, in some cases, not everyone, like I said, this isn't about all of you, but I do see in a small percentage of you that this person who's ever making an excuse, I don't really feel like it's because of the kids. I think it is an excuse, and I think it's more so because financially they don't believe in the situation. Maybe something about finances are not okay, or they fear losing finances, something like that, like fearing a loss of finances. I feel like that is more the case. So the advice that I'm kind of getting is that you kind of know what you need to do, because mostly what I'm seeing is that some of you are kind of doing things to improve your life, whether you're single, loosely dealing, or in a relationship. I feel like a lot of you are definitely doing things to improve your life. You're definitely trying to look out for you. And with that, I think you know that when you take care of yourself, everyone around you are benefiting. And because of that, you kind of want to protect your opportunity. You have a clear vision, and that's fine. But for some reason, I'm kind of getting mixed signals. And mostly what I'm seeing is that you should go after what you want. But I'm also getting that there is a time and a place. And for some reason, the timing is off, or the timing is right. I'm getting mixed signals, because at one point I feel like the timing is right, but then maybe you're being made to feel that the timing is wrong. I feel like, okay, so this is what I'm kind of seeing with that. I feel like that the timing may be coming, but just not right now. I feel like you just need a little bit more time. And when the time comes, you know when it's time to actually do what you need to do. I feel like a lot of you may be considering moving, maybe buying a house or something like that, but the timing may be off. And now is not the right time. But I feel like soon there will be, or eventually there will be. But right now is not the time. Or if you want to heavily invest in something, now is not the time. But it will present itself. You have building blocks here, and that lets me know that there's not enough stability within your plan. It's a weak foundation right now. Or literally the house could be at a weak foundation. It's not ready for you to move into. But overall, I feel like the plan is not a solid plan. I feel like you need a little bit more time to make it more stable before you act on it. So that's why I say I'm getting the mixed signals between whether you should or shouldn't, because I feel like it's a great idea, perfect idea almost, but you just need a little bit of time. Hold off a little bit longer, because you need a solid plan. Don't just think that you can just be like, oh, like, have this idea, I have the money, let's do it. You need a little bit more than that. You need a backup plan. You need a plan B. I'm getting mostly house. I don't know why I'm getting like a house. So definitely take your time with this decision. Don't rush anything. And eventually you will see when it's the right moment to actually act and do what you have to do. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully this helps, and I will see you next time.